Redemption and Illumination. The Way Home. Written by Terence A. McSweeney. Narrated by Jessie Jones. Chapter 1. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. Napoleon Bonaparte. At first, there was an almost imperceptible rumble, as if some great machine was coming to life. It was subtle. It was also a prelude to bolder and bigger things to come. As if on cue, the rumbling rose to a shaking, and there was a drone-like sound. It was at the peak of this sound that the bombs came. There was a shrill sequence of whistling before a concussive thud that knocked Cillian and his team violently to the floor. More importantly, it also deposited their armed captors about the room. More bombs came, dust flew, and the lights went out. Cillian reached out for Mary and called her name. Mary responded in front of him that she was all right, except for the bookcase that had one of her legs pinned as it fell over. He looked in the direction of her voice, but the little that he could see in the dark was only a mountain of books that had tumbled out of that bookcase. The stone and the backpack that kept it contained were still on his back. He reached into the pack and found a flashlight. He switched it on and aimed the beam of light in Mary's direction. Finally, amongst all the books, he saw the face of his assistant, who was up to her neck in all sorts of bound literature, as if it was an outer skin. Cillian was reminded of a turtle laid upon its back. He picked himself up off the floor and worked his way to her. Clearing the books, he made to move the massive piece of furniture from her leg. It would not budge, no matter how much he put his back into it. He needed help. He called out for Patrick and Liam. At first there was no answer, but in short time he heard Liam grumbling as he extricated himself from the debris. "Over here!" he yelled. "Where is Patrick?" Patrick answered, "I am here." Over to his left, Cillian could make out the form of his brother, who was covered in dust and who had a very large rifle pointed at the soldier who previously held that weapon. He grabbed the soldier by his collar and yanked him up, jamming the rifle into the small of his back, and gave him a persuasive nudge in the direction of his brother. The soldier, Cillian, and Liam all pushed in unison to move the bookcase and release Mary, while Patrick stood guard. Patrick, in his best German, which was at best atrocious, ordered his former guard to sit down. But the pointing gesture of the rifle made clear what he was supposed to do, and he sat down. It was not long before Mary recovered from her entrapment.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?